Hey everyone, how are you? So it's almost the end of the year. Is it too late to be thinking about holiday gifts that can actually make an impact? I mean, do you just give cash or what do you give? Well, today we're going to find out how to give holiday gifts that actually make an impact. Today we're talking to Chelsea Martin. She's the co-owner of Noms Bake Shop, an industry expert in the art of convenient corporate gifting that leaves a lasting impression. In this crazy, noisy world of gift giving, Noms Bake Shop makes you the hero, which is super cool. It gives you a solution to gifting by cutting through the clutter, delivering a premium twist, not just awesome baked goods, but something that's highly personalized and easy to order. They make sure that you and your company make lasting impressions on your past, on your current, on your future clients, and personalize those premium, customizable packages and give you delicious goodies that you will enjoy for years to come. And I'm super excited because this is the first time I get to talk to a Navy brat. So what's up, Chelsea?
Hello, Phil. Thank you so much for having me. I'm very excited to be here.
Cool. I'm excited that you're here. And yeah, we figured out. So for those of you who don't know, so if you're in the military and you have children, your kids are often called the branch of service brat. And I guess because I read in an interview that Chelsea had that she was born in Millington, Tennessee, which is a military base for the Navy. And I was a Navy guy. So I think that's kind of neat. And your dad was an air traffic controller, but this whole moving around a lot. Like, do you have any memorable holidays that maybe either were memorably awesome or memorably kind of crappy being in the military?
Um, just not really any crappy ones. I mean, obviously, like when you're a kid, they're like fleeting where you're like, which state was I in at that point? Was it Florida? Was it Colorado? Like where was I? So there are definitely moments where I have to kind of go back in my memory and try to place where I was. But nothing too terrible, no.
Oh, that's good. That's good. So cool. So you have though this awesome gift of making things lasting. Now, did you ever think growing up that you were going to be teaching people how to leave lasting impressions by giving cool personalized gifts?
No, I mean, it's not at all. In a way, that sounds very strange because I think that there's a romantic idea of when you start a business that, ever since I could walk, I wanted to be a baker. And I don't mean to say that in a downplaying how amazing it is, but I did not actually grow up entrepreneurial in the way that I was thinking of building a business. I think I've always wanted to maybe be an independent professional. I've really loved writing and things like that, which have transpired into the marketing side of our company. But my husband is through and through a entrepreneur. Like he was born to be an entrepreneur. And so it's funny because we are very similar, but in that respect, he knew he wanted to build businesses. He loves that idea of building something. But I think if you asked either of us, we didn't know how that would transpire. And we didn't ever, if you would have asked us 6 years ago that you would own, well, a cookie business, but really a gifting company, that wouldn't have been on the radar at all. It was just kind of a series of fortunate events, I guess, that led us down that journey. And it's been quite a ride.
Wow. So talk to us about that, right? Not being someone who is immediately entrepreneurial minded. That's interesting, right? Because a lot of times people try to make money out of everything that they do. They try to turn everything into, oh yeah, this could make money, or oh yeah, that could make money. But the
Yes.
fact that you didn't do that, that's really interesting. So how did this series of fortunate events happen for you, Chelsea?
I think it was, well, part of it was just situational in that I actually had been in Los Angeles for a while in grad school and I had been teaching and I ended up meeting my husband and I moved back to Arizona from California. And so when I did that, I kind of naturally fell backwards into, or not backwards, but I naturally went into what I had experienced in, which was corporate marketing, things like that. But it wasn't what I was looking for my permanent role. And I think at the same time, my husband was in that kind of same space in his own right. And his father actually has developed all the recipes, almost all the recipes for our gourmet line that goes inside our gifts. And that was just a hobby. But I think we saw an opportunity for this to actually just be a hobby locally, to grow it into a business. When we noticed on my family side, my parents are business owners. We are currently in Phoenix, Arizona, and they're business owners there. And they just asked my husband's father, like, hey, do you want to come as a vendor internally and just sell cookies? Like, he's retired, so it was just kind of a thing to just do for fun. And seeing the reaction of all of the people that were strangers and owed him no reaction to say that his cookies were good, but they're lining up around, down the hallways around the call center to actually get his cookies every week. I think that proved the concept of the product being good. It was just, where did that live in the cookie space? Because we weren't, like I said, we didn't grow up saying, oh, we have this crazy passion for baking, we need to open a storefront. So at the same time, because my parents were business owners, they were getting a lot of corporate holiday gifts. And just like right now, this is the time, right? So I know 2020 is its own year of craziness, but in general, when you get to the holiday season, it's almost like it's not here yet, it's over. Like it happens so fast. And we all feel that, whether you're a business owner or not. But if you are in the corporate world and you do own a business, on top of everything else, you also have the end of the year, you have the end of Q4, you're trying to close out everything and buy gifts for everybody and buy personalized gifts for your clients and colleagues. And unfortunately, because you're busy, the go-to gift tends to be a gift basket. And it's not for a lack of caring. It's more just that you're busy, you need something convenient, and it's a nice gesture. But if you're a business owner and you're sending a lot of gift baskets, you're likely also getting a lot of gift baskets. So we were seeing these things stack up over and over and over. And I think that's where my husband was like, I think that there's a space for us in the corporate gifting world to differentiate between the gift baskets, still be something that people enjoy and can share over the holidays. But then how do we stand out? Let's offer the packaging in more of a premium, elevated packaging that has customized features to it. So that if I get a box that has a logo on it or your logo on it and my name or, any of that specialized, any of those special features to it, it looks like you went the extra mile. And our goal was, let's make you look like you went the extra mile without having to walk anywhere. We'll do all the heavy lifting for you. And you can, still easily order the gifts, but they stand out and it's not just another fruit basket. And so that's kind of the path that led us this way. It was just kind of a bunch of things aligning at the same time and us looking for something that we could get passionate about and seeing that there was an opportunity to live in that space.
Awesome. So let's break that down. First part of that, I think that's really important, is you have to have a great product. It has to be a really good product. So talk to us about, like, why are your cookies so exceptional? Why are they so good? What do people say?
Absolutely. So we are obsessed with quality. So these cookies really are a product of my husband's father, who literally, he made these all while my husband and his two sisters were growing up. So these were like a passion project that he would make at home for their sporting events. People would gather around, and he was obsessed with tinkering with the recipes to make them just right. And he was not a baker, he was a computer programmer, but I think he liked that, refining process. And so he became obsessed with his cookies so much that neighbors would ask when he's going to come up with them for the holidays, and he would start to make gift baskets for everyone around the holidays because they'd be asking for him. And then it manifested in those lines around the call center. And that product, we have been completely passionate about retaining that product quality and not just letting that slip by the wayside and offering a box of cookies and not caring about how they arrive. And so our cookies really are good. They really are. I mean, I guess I'm biased, but they're great. And we have made it a point to retain that quality in our packaging. So we individually wrap all of our cookies. Each cookie has the nutrition facts, the ingredients, the allergens on them. And then we designed our gift boxes exactly to fit our assortments so that they are tightly fit in there. And so that way, when they're not being shipped, they're shaken around the whole box and then they come as dust. Because I will say, in our, the best time of the year, research and development of ordering every single competitor's cookies you possibly can. Our employees love it. But we have seen some really bad experiences in that, a bunch of cookies in a tin are going to get shaken around. And gifting is a very unique industry in that you are purchasing something that you're not receiving. So you actually don't know what it looks like when you get it, when the other person gets it. And unless it's flagrantly presented in a way that is really bad, usually the recipient doesn't want to be rude. So they're not going to tell you unless they really think it's really, really bad. But you might not have liked the presentation. You might have not felt it was representative of what you purchased or of you. And when you're trying to send a gift, that's a very unique thing that I think a lot of people don't realize necessarily. There is a bit of a disconnect because nobody's going to necessarily go to you and say, hey, Phil, like your cookie assortment was terrible. Like you should really reach out. They're just kind of like, thanks for the cookies, enjoy. And so we constantly ship our cookies nationwide. We ship them to friends with thermometers in there to see how they arrive. We ship them and make them take pictures of it. It's really important to us that the presentation's beautiful, but that the cookies also are good, because that is really the elevated part of it too, is not just the box.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's such a good point. I've gotten many gift packages in the past that are dusty, or they're snapped, or they're crumbly. I mean, nobody sends cookie crumbles in the mail on purpose unless it says cookie crumbles. And I think that's really a great point, that things have to fit and they have to have the right temperature and they want to stand out. Because I can tell you, there's nothing worse than getting 7 of the same thing. I had one year where I got like 7 of the same Christmas card. I'm like, really? Like every law firm in Milwaukee when I lived there sent the exact same card. Even had the silver foil, everything was the same. And then one year, I got 3 of the same gift basket of the hot thing. And so as I think about that, right, that's the opposite of standing out. So other than the fact it's great cookie, it's that great packaging there. I mean, what do you do to really elevate that, Chelsea? How do you make that even better?
So our packaging is we offer 2 different sizes, or I'm sorry, 2 different styles of gift boxes. So one of our gift boxes styles is this just beautiful classic white gift box, and it's a rigid gift box, not just like a flimsy paper box. It has a magnetic closure, so it's that more premium feel. And then it has a full color sleeve that fits over the gift box that you can customize all 4 panels of and have your own messaging. So if you wanted to say, happy holidays from Phil, or you wanted to put your logo on it, and then you wanted to put the recipient's name, made especially for Chelsea or made especially for Phil, directly on there, you can literally customize the entire box to say what you want. And this is really amazing for people that actually gift throughout the year. The holidays are huge because it's really fun to put a big colorful gift box with like snowflakes or trees on it. But you also, throughout the year, people are using gifts to get the attention of prospective clients and show their appreciation for current clients. And this allows them to get a lot of messaging on a gift box that they wouldn't necessarily get to a consumer, or I'm sorry, to a prospect that they're trying to email market to, because this is landing directly on that person's desk. And so they have the opportunity to get that person's undivided attention, even if it's just for a minute, they have that space to do that and really make it their own. We don't do any minimums or setup fees or anything like that. You can literally, everything is done in-house so that we can do it really fast. But the other pro to that is that we don't have to charge any extra crazy fees, because we can just walk in the other room and customize your gift box for you. And then additionally, we also offer these beautiful wooden keepsake boxes. They're kind of like that cigar box style with the slide top, and that can be laser etched on the lid with your logo or your messaging. And that acts more of a gift beyond the gift in regards to people get to enjoy the cookies, and it stands out, but then it's this keepsake after, which people use as a display or a catch-all or for storage. And again, it's something that people really have had fun with. So of course you can send your logo and you can send happy holidays. You can put the recipient's name and script under it. But we've also had realtors, for example, do a sketch of the house that their client just purchased, and it says, welcome home, and it has this sketch of the front outside of their home. Well, people are going to keep that, and it's a gift that, one, has meaning to them. It's personal. It's very easy to do because we will do it for you. Our design staff can create these things for you, but they will keep it and remember who sent it. And then that works really well when you're developing these relationships, especially in a business where it's referral based, or it's based on retention and client retention. And so those relationships are really important. And this is a way to stand out and actually personalize the gift in a way that says, hey, I'm thinking of you. I made this specifically for you.
Awesome. Super great example. I love that realtor example of how you might put that on there. Way better, way more effective, I would argue, than just putting your stinking logo on it and just happy holidays from my crappy company. Instead, taking the time to really be personal and really know who that is, and one at a time, hand-crafted gifts, which are going to stand out. So we know that the holiday season, right? That's a great time. People expect that. But what's maybe a fun date, Chelsea, that people don't expect that maybe we can use to stand out? Because we know the 7 people listening are actually going to take some action and do something different.
Yeah. So of course the holidays are the biggest season for any kind of gifting company. This is the time that everyone is gifting, but there are people that gift throughout the year. And I know for us, what we do on our side is I know that this is also a holiday, but we use Valentine's Day as our client appreciation time because it's after the holidays, and it's something a little bit more unexpected because a lot of people do lean more into the consumer side. And so we do use the holidays for our client appreciation. A lot of companies do Christmas in July. So they'll do mid-season, and this is a really great time just because it is that unexpected thing. So talk about getting somebody's attention. You're getting their attention right then. Nobody was expecting it then. And that doesn't mean you're not getting their attention in November too, but just like we were talking about, people get busy, so they are excited to get your gift, but it also reminds them that they have to get their gifts, and they're thinking about a million different things at once. And to the point where we often find, this is a whole side note, but people do forget to say thank you over the holidays. And it's not because they're not thankful. It's because they get triggered that they're so busy that they're like, oh my gosh, I haven't sent my gifts. And then they're off onto the next thing. But definitely we have seen kind of the mid-year as a really, in the way of like bulk gifting, sending out to all your clients and things like that. A lot of people do that. Of course, there's always like the birthdays. It's industry specific often. So people that, I know we use realty as an option. People do anniversaries of gifts for closing of houses. And that's a very unique thing because you just have to look at your clients. For them, often their client is not going to buy or sell a house 1 year after they just got their house, but it's more about retention and retaining that relationship with them because they do have other people in their lives that they want to recommend the best realtor to. And who's the best? Well, it's the person that's actually paying attention to those little details and cares about, your wedding or your baby shower. So those personal things, they do take a little extra time, but it goes such a long way when you have that component and you surprise people in that off season.
Yeah, good. So absolutely be surprising, be unexpected. Don't just do what everybody else does. Great advice. So what do people give you, Chelsea? Do anybody of your clients send you back thank you gifts, appreciative of the cool stuff that you guys have sent out?
Yeah, we do. We get some gifts. We just recently have gotten some funny things just because of the situation in general right now. So we did get like quarantine survival kits. We've actually sent out quarantine survival kits of our own where people have etched the box as like a quarantine survival with cookies. And then we've gotten our own where people have sent us masks and fun like sanitizers in like a really nice travel case. One of the things that's funny for us is we actually were in an interesting situation in the last couple of years where we were like, what do we gift? We work in gifting. And I'm a sucker for a pen, but I was not about to send a pen to people. So I'm like, what do we gift as a gifting company? And as much as people are like, we love your cookies, I was not about to go down that road. I was like, no, we have to do something else. So for us personally, we actually did candles, hand dipped candles that were scented as our cookies. So instead of sending our cookies, we sent, caramel butter pecan candles or berry shortbread candles, which were really fun. And we've had people send us, which I actually love, some greeting cards. So they did like 80s retro fun greeting cards that we got from a printing company, which again is like showcasing their work, but in a unique way that I'm now using them, because it's like 32 greeting cards that are really hilarious. And now I'm using their stuff for my own personal use. So it's kind of a brilliant strategy with that. But so we've definitely had some interesting ones, and we're also trying to, think outside the box too, because we don't want to go down the pear or the fruit basket path either, but we also want to not gift our cookies every holiday season.
Sure. Well, yeah, getting the same thing every year. I mean, some people like that, but then the expectation, right? The surprise is gone and the gift is
Right.
often overlooked. So I think that's great. So we're almost at the end of December though. So if I'm looking at this, I'm thinking, okay, well, how long does this take? Like if I want to go today, I go to getnoms.com, that's getnoms.com. How long does it take between the time I go to the website and I click through and then the time that they actually get them? How long does it take?
So if you, the fun answer that everyone loves is it depends, right? So if you right now went onto our website and you placed an order today for a gift box, it would go out today. Customized, it would go out. Now, if you went on and you placed an order for 100 gift boxes just because of the holiday season, it would probably be about 3 days before they shipped out. So you're looking at, depending on how far in the nation they are, 3 to 6 days. So it's not too late to do holiday gifting at all. We just literally, before I walked in this room, someone asked about 1,000 boxes. And that's something that we've really prided ourselves on, is that we are a family-owned company and we're still a small company, but we have scaled in a way that we do everything on site because we're not outsourcing our gifts. We're etching the lids right here. That gives us flexibility in the design, that you can call up and say, hey, I don't know how to make this design, but I want a winter wonderland on my lid. Can you design something? And so we can not only do that, but then we can etch it right there and turn it around really fast. So yeah, if you're talking 1 to 25 or 30 boxes, they're going out today or tomorrow. If you're talking, in the hundreds or 200s, maybe a couple more days. But yeah, we definitely pride ourselves on a fast turnaround.
Awesome. Good stuff. So if you've got a last bit of advice here for how you can make a gift that stands out, obviously, that they want to go to getnoms.com, but what are some things to think about before we go to the website, before we actually place the order, so it can be super successful in the gift giving?
So I think one of the things would be to just think of I know this sounds simple, but think of what you want your gift to be. Because when you get to the site, it's going to ask you the normal questions, right? What would you like on your gift message? What would you like your gift box to look like? So when you get something, what would you like to have to receive yourself, right? What would you like in your hands? Picture what you'd like your gift box to be. Is that their logo? Is that your logo? Is that something completely different? And I would then either reach out to us, because we can create a design for you, or we have our own people that love to do their own design themselves, and they can upload directly onto the site. And then think about the gift message. What are you trying to send to this recipient to stand out and say something meaningful? I would never, think anything bad of anybody that says happy holidays, but are you trying to convey any other message? Because that will obviously help you check out faster. But ultimately, I think it's all about putting yourself in the position of the recipient and saying, what would stand out to me? What would be meaningful to me? And we do our best to make this as convenient as possible for you, from start to finish. However, it does always mean a little bit more if you can go the extra mile, like we talked about with your home, or doing a picture of their dog on the box, or something, that would make that person smile. So I think it's all about just taking a step back and saying, what would I like to receive, or what would make me smile this year? And then building your gift around that. And we call them our cookie concierges, but we're here to help in any way. So we've had people ask us, call and say, I'm trying to say happy holidays, but I feel like everyone says happy holidays. What should I say? And we try to like come up with things and talk to them about their recipients. And we are here to help make that gifting process easier and help you be creative. So if you have any questions, that's what we're here for.
Awesome. Awesome. So we can just send in a picture, we can send in a graphic, something like that, and that will get it done. You can laser etch that. Is that right?
Yep, absolutely. So like when you upload onto the website, you could upload a picture, and right there it kind of just places it sort of, but really our graphic design team receives the file and they put it on the page, and it can literally be an animated, not animated like moving, but like a cartoon type of design, or it could actually be a picture. It could be a family picture of you or your dog or anything you want. We are capable of all of that.
Cool. Awesome. Awesome. So folks, if you're looking to do some last minute gift giving or something that's going to stand out, this is the key thing, I think. It doesn't matter if it's last minute. If you want it to be something memorable, check out getnoms.com. That's GETNOMS.com. Talk to Chelsea and her team. Place an order. The cookies are good, and the personalization is even better. So good stuff. Chelsea, any final thoughts on gift giving or on your cookies before we let you go?
Nothing off the top of my head, but thank you so much for having me. And again, whether it's the holidays or throughout the year, gifting, honestly, it really is a valuable way to, especially in this year, have that human connection and have that tangibility in a time when it's very difficult to make that connection beyond the screen. So if there's any way we can help bring that, vision to life, we're here to help.
Awesome. Love that. Gifting is a valuable way to make a human connection in a tangible way. Great stuff, Chelsea. Folks, go check out getnoms.com if you're looking for some last minute gifts, or feel free to leave a comment. I'm sure Chelsea will check it out later. Thank you so much, Chelsea. Great stuff today.
Thank you.